My bold prediction, Democrats, we may have lost all the elections last night. I know. You said, wait a minute, Darren, everybody won. Hold on. The Virginia won, the Jersey won, the Supreme Court Pennsylvania won, Prop 50 won, and Zoran Mandami of New York won. Yeah, but they may have lost. And I'm going to tell you everything about this and what you can do about it. If you don't listen to what I'm saying, then you're going to be pissed as hell. You're going to be mad as hell, wondering why the hell this didn't work out when they won. They did not win. I'm going to point out something that the Democrats fuck every damn time that we come in, that the Republicans do this genius that absolutely erodes out. I'm going to point out how you can help. You can help. Make sure this does not happen. This is my bold prediction on this. Please pay attention. So here we go. Yes, they all won. But here's where Democrats fuck every time. Every time. See, even though you won, the same thing you're doing in the campaign is not, now pay attention, not the same thing you're doing in the running of the government. Republicans do the same thing. Republicans don't care about the movement. They care about the marketing. I got 30 years marketing branding experience. I used to work on Kamala's campaign. I worked for some of the biggest companies ever. I'm telling you, this is what needs to happen with the Democrats. If they don't do this, they're going to fail, including Mandami. Guaranteed, 100%. That's why I say we may have lost. We are great at campaigning, doing really well in the campaigning phase when we get to working, when the you-know-what ain't being stolen from satellite. But the whole idea is that when we do this and when we get in the door, what has to happen is the same thing once we're in the door. What I mean when I say marketing is this. Zohan, Mr. Mamdani Z-Man needs to, as well as all the other politicians that won last night, needs to be in front of this camera, in front of social media, every fucking day. Why do you think Donald Trump gets up in the middle of the night doing Truth Social? Because he's old and crazy. It may seem like that, but understand that's an idiot, but an idiot savant. This guy has been, think about it. Please stop giving Heritage Foundation so much credit. This guy has figured out a way to, so far, keep away from jail, get elected a second time after 1 million people died under COVID, and after he's been convicted, 34 felonies, and that he's been able to do this. And people say, well, why is he able to do this? And I'm telling you how. Because the one thing that this man does well, two things, branding and marketing. He is good at that. And if these people who won last night don't take heed and learn this, there's going to be a problem. The issue we have on the left, especially in the Democrats, is nationally, state, county, parish, and city. We need to get more in front of the camera on a daily basis in social media and tell people what the fuck is going on and where we're winning and where we're losing, and most importantly, what the Republicans are doing. Like right now, what Democrats are doing to tell everybody about this shutdown has been brilliant. This is the best thing they've done since this man came in office. Best thing. They've been saying, listen, y'all telling us about shutdown, but if we don't shut this down, millions of people could die slowly or quickly because they lose their health care, because their health care jumps up by 300%. Because the Republicans are going to remove your subsidies away from the Affordable Care Act. You know they've been trying to attack it since the first administration. For the last 9 years, they've been going after it. So we're trying to hold the line so that doesn't happen. How many Americans do you want to die? And the reason they don't want to give SNAP benefits, oh, they got the money. Some of you go out there and say, no, I think he spent the money. No, he didn't. The money is there. The money is there. It has been proven by everybody in the government that the money is there. Oh, the money ain't gone. So the whole idea is they got the money, but they choose not to and to defy the government. And then they're trying to hold off the government and say, well, we're going to pay 50%. Bullshit. Donald Trump said he's going to defy the courts. He said he's going to do what he's going to do. This is his goal, to get people away from Epstein shutdown, gerrymandering, and no kings and everything else. And what I'm trying to get you to watch the hype, the psyops of this, is that this man is great at marketing. Great at marketing. What I'm bringing this back to what I said in the beginning of this video, which is they may have lost. Because even if they got elected by the people, if they don't continue to communicate to the people, any salespeople in there, let me tell you, the real sale doesn't start after the sale. It starts. Excuse me, the real sale doesn't happen with the sale. It starts after the sale. That's when the conversation gets going. That's when the real conversation, the real building happens. Well, the same thing. You sold these people on your vote. You need to communicate that shit like you did in the campaign with an aggressive fury of marketing. And oh, by the way, marketing isn't going out and put up some billboards. No, fuck that. You need to be in front of people in this messaging every single day. This is what's happening. Blah, blah. Because if you don't do that, the Republicans will. They have an independent media source. They have independent creators. They've been paying their independent creators. Those of you who sit there and try to guilt trip me into saying, when I tell you about my Clarity Group and some of these other things, and you're like, oh, that's money. How dare you ask for money? Wait a minute. You saying that on YouTube? You saying that on YouTube that does commercial? You think they doing it for free? Fuck no. You think that vehicle you're using, like this phone or a laptop, did you get that for free? Most likely not. The idea is that on the left, we have to finance these revolutions and make them happen just as much as they do on the right. And what they're doing on the right is making sure that they are heavily marketing. What is marketing? The whole goal of marketing, let me make it real simple for you. Think of any store you have, like a coffee shop. Getting people into that shop is marketing, period. Communicating with people is marketing, period. But this is where the branding part comes in. The marketing gets them in the door. The branding sells them. Because the sale clarifies what they offer. Hey, we have this macchiato, which is, $5. We have this frappuccino. Here's the price. Here's what's in it. Doesn't it look delicious? That's sales. The thing in between is the branding. The branding is the experience. So here they've sold everybody on voting for them. They've gotten that marketing out there, okay? And they might have gotten the sale, but the long-term sale is communicating with the people after you've gotten that sale done. See, that coffee shop I brought up as an example, they don't make money from that new customer come in. They make money from that customer coming in again and again and again. Now, you New Yorkers, especially if you know about restaurants, that's the roughest market. Chicago and LA being the second and third. Here's the thing. Those are rough markets, right? So here's the thing. You got to get a person back second, third, fourth, fifth time. They calculated 3 or more times. If you got somebody coming back to that restaurant, boom, you got them. Same thing with voting. You need to build the relationship now. Mamdani needs to build the relationship now. It's not just, oh, I won and I'm going to go off and do the work. No. You know who's made that mistake? The 3, well, technically 2 who've been fighting for us. The third can't really market themselves. And I'm talking about the lower case courts, which cover 99% of the cases out there. They can't take everything up to the Supreme Court. But the lower case courts have been kicking ass and fighting back and clapping back, even if they're Trump, both Bush, and Reagan appointed judges. But here's the issue right now. There's another 2 group besides those judges who've been fighting for us. The nonprofits like the ACLU, Indivisible, NAACP, and hundreds of others, as well as the 20-plus governors and attorney generals here in America who are Democratic, who've been fighting back. And they've been kicking ass. They have. But most people don't know that. Most creators don't know that. They need to go out and really market harder than what they've been doing. Gavin Newsom is new to it. He's only in the last several months been doing this. And then you got J.B. Pritzker, who's new to it. He's only been doing it last several months doing that. Okay? But we don't hear enough from the other governors speaking up, speaking out, not just making press statements, but they need to hold up a phone every fucking day and talk about the fight. They need to be all on every social media doing that. For real. That's the thing. Here's the weird part about it. You could do a half-ass job and have good-ass marketing and still get elected. Why do you think we have some of these stupid-ass Congress people? Let me tell you something that Schumer does good. The only real compliment I will give to this man. He is really good at being, up until this term, up at being in front of the people. You see him marching in parades, talking to people, connecting with people. He just lost his step coming into this administration because the Republicans are brilliant, especially with Trump, at marketing the movement versus doing the movement. Let me explain the difference. Schumer's his stuff is antiquated. Jeffrey's antiquated. But what he did in the past before that was get in front of the people. But he don't understand because he's too fucking old. Understand, the people are on social media. The people want now. The people want you to tell them what the fuck's going on, who's fighting us back, and what's the problem. The only person who was always on in the Democratic Party on the cutting edge of that was Obama. And Kamala is very, very, very close second. She has more tools at her disposal in this era than Obama had in his. Obama was frontier for everything. He's the first president that got a chance to have phones and smartphones and everything. He had to fight to get that because presidents didn't have phones, for safety, location. But what I'm trying to get you to understand in all of this, and this is the power part you need to grasp, is that this game has changed. And we need to get more marketing out there. They'll lose. They'll lose even though they won if they don't communicate with the people and do it in a very big place. That's what this is all about. That's what it's all coming down to. Did I earn your subscription? Thank you. The whole idea is watch my next video. Understand that if our politicians don't market what's going on, and the only way we can help is that we spread word on social media. Social media is no longer a thing you just don't do, older people. It is democracy. And you got to get out there and be democratic. Because if we don't, I guarantee you, the Republicans will.